Hi there and welcome. Today's tip is about the power of alternative thinking, and it's totally summed up in a little story that I'm going to tell you. Alternative thinking is so much better than positive thinking in many respects because most of us can cope with alternative thinking, but we irk at the positive thinking process. It's a little bit too corny for some of us because life isn't positive. But anyhow, the alternative thinking story. A camel driver happened to die and he left his camels to his 3 sons. To the first son he left a half of his herd, and he had 17, mind you, so he left a half of his herd to his first son. He left a third, as the story goes, to his second son, and to the youngest son he left a ninth of his camels. Now the maths in that was very, very difficult to make work without cutting up a camel. So the eldest son decided to seek out the guidance of a wise old lady in the village. And they went to this sage and told her of their problem. And she asked them to leave the problem with her for a while. And shortly thereafter she came back to them and said, "This is my solution and I hope it helps a bit." So she said, "I can't solve your problem, but I can give you a camel." And they were very amazed. So when she gave them a camel, they then had 18 camels, not 17 camels. And a half of 18 is 9. A third of 18 is 6. And a ninth of 18 is 2, which adds up to 17. So the father's will was fulfilled. Each of the sons got their just deserves. And indeed, the lady gained as well, because when the maths was done, there was 1 camel left over, and the 3 sons gave her back the extra camel. Take a little bit of time and think about that. It's such a simple story, how alternative thinking outside the equation that you see, asking guidance or help from someone else, often positions you to see an alternative that you heretofore could not find a solution to. And that's my story for today. Alternative thinking. The biggest the most useful thing you'll be able to do in your world is think alternatively, especially if you're stressed, under pressure, seemingly have a problem you can't solve, a relationship that's not working properly. It works in so many ways. Alternative thinking. Thanks for listening.